All right, guys. Today we're going to talk about a couple cryptos today that I have been buying, or want to start buying. Crypto bubbles today. I'm on the 100 to 200 in popularity. A couple of cryptos that I'm going to talk about are on this screen. If we go to the top page, you see Caspa's up a lot, Tailcoin's down. Right, a pretty boring day in the crypto market. Bitcoin itself is sticking around that $86,000 to $88,000 range. But today, I don't want to waste a lot of time. I just want to tell you, inform you guys about some crypto gems that I think are available to us now. I'm going to show three, and I think I'm going to talk about four, but I'm only going to really focus on three. The first one I'm going to talk about is Compound. Now, Compound, I used to hold a lot of it. I sold out of it like 2 years ago. It's been a long time since I've held Compound, but it's always kind of been in the background. Obviously, when we look at the chart for Compound, look at what it did last cycle. Got up to all the way to $831. Just absolutely boomed. The reason why Compound is so enticing at $30 a coin or a share is just because of this. Okay. I'm not even looking at the utility. I'm not really even looking at the, what's going for it or whatever. I'm simply looking at the supply. Okay, that's why I'm telling you about it, and the volume. Okay, there's two main reasons. There's only ever going to be 10 million Compound tokens, and there's already 9.6, which is pretty much all of them. I mean, I know there's a couple 100,000 more, but that's very close to being the total supply. My thing is, whenever this total supply gets bought up, this price is going to go up a lot more, substantially more. Now, will it go up to $800 again? I don't know about that. That goes into the supply and demand of this project, and what this project does. This is another DeFi play. I'm trying not to go all in and be really super heavy on DeFi, but at the same time, I do think it's the future. So I'm trying not to, put all my eggs in one basket or, one sector. But this at $30, which I'm pretty sure, it's been beaten up. It's been down to $28. This is flashing a buy signal to me. I don't really do a lot of technical analysis, but this number is attractive to me with this amount of supplies, right? Supply shock will happen with this coin. I mean, who knows? It could go up to a couple $1,000s. It could go even higher. I don't know. I just do know that this supply shock is coming, and I want to be a part of it. So that's the first token that I'm going to be buying up. And if it goes down lower, I'd love to buy it lower. Compound is one of my next buys. As we see here, this coin is worth nothing. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people actually don't like this token because it's boring and it just goes down in value, but that should show you that there's some accumulation going on, right? Or in my head it is. All right, let's move on to the next one. Epic Chain. I heard about this a couple months ago in my Discord, a couple of Discords that I'm in. One guy really started aping into Epic Chain. And so I wanted to do my own research, right? I don't just buy things just because somebody else does. I kind of wanted to see what Epic Chain, was and what it offered, and why people are buying it, because I've never heard of it. So I did ask Grok. Epic Chain is backed by Ripple, right here. Deeply with it's involved with XRP, super fast, cheap transactions, blah 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 blah. Real world asset, right? It's trying to get real world assets on the chain. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm just a man. This right here sold it for me, right? It's backed by Ripple. Ripple, XRP, the bridge of finance. It's huge project, and this is backing it, right? Or I'm sorry, XRP is backing this. So obviously, that was a lot for me to be attracted. And then whenever you go to look at Epic, it's a stupid low cap. It's only got $17 million, $18 million market cap. So you're like, well, that's kind of, that's a super, super, super low cap, which means it's more risky. But let me kind of explain to you why I'm kind of, going not all in, but I'm definitely putting my money there. So 18 million market cap with $11 million in volume. That's kind of crazy, right? Like, I mean, I know you see those really crazy meme coins who get stuff like this, but this isn't a meme coin, right? Such a low cap with that much trading volume makes me feel like really comfortable. And then, like I said earlier, I'm not really a chart guy. I'm more of a total supply kind of guy, right? I know that may be controversial, but I don't know. We're sitting at 60 cents, right? And I've already bought in. I've already put like a couple $100 into Epic Chain. Of course, it'd be somewhere like around here, right after it completely dumps. But that's just how it works. But at 59 cents for an asset that only has 30 million tokens, I don't know. Looking at the history, right, or what I have here, I mean, it's worth $1. I mean, in super bullish cases, it's worth $3, right? If Epic Chain does its thing and has real world asset configuration, this token is almost an easy 2x, 3x, 4x. Who knows? Who knows if Epic Chain just becomes that alias for these on-chain assets. I mean, you never know. It's got low enough market cap, it's got plenty enough volume, and the supply is so little for the price. I don't know. I'm all over. You guys remember, if you're like, well, what are you talking about with the supply? There's only 21 million Bitcoin, or not? 21 million Bitcoin, right? So there's only 30 million of this. I'm not comparing and saying this is Bitcoin, but what I'm saying is the supply and demand makes this a little bit more enticing, right? It makes me want, interested in it. All right. Epic Chain is really cool. I'll definitely be looking to purchase some more Epic Chain. And the third one is kind of what, I love. This is my favorite coin. I bought some today. I'm going to buy some tomorrow. I'm going to buy some the next day. If we go up 20%, I'm going to buy it tomorrow. If we go down 40%, I'm going to buy double tomorrow, right? That's just my feelings towards XCN. Guys, this is my biggest bag. I know I talked to you about it yesterday. By the way, thanks for, I got some comments and some views on the video yesterday, and I was, surprised that people watched my videos after not uploading for so long. But XCN, $200 million market cap. We have over 137,000 people holding. The supplies look good for XCN as well, right? People say that's 48 billion, that's a lot. Guys, it's sitting at under a penny. It's sitting at half a cent. It's fine, right? It's fine. The real world utility for this token is going to be insane. So many people, I'll say it every single time I make a video, people hate this token. They absolutely hate it. They think it's a scam. They hate it. They trash talk it. They say, why would anybody invest in a scam project? We don't know who made it. We don't know who these people are, blah, 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 blah. Guys, don't listen to me about like financial advice, but I'm buying this token. I am buying this token every single day. But that was just a quick update on XCN. That's kind of my third everyday buy. One more thing that I want to talk about before I end this video is TOSHI. I told you yesterday I buy TOSHI a lot. I have a lot of TOSHI. That's kind of one of my big meme play, okay? And doing research, I may make a whole video just on TOSHI, but I want to show you this. I asked Grok, because I saw this somewhere the other day. I asked Grok, I said, is TOSHI partnered with Coca-Cola? I said, no, but there are some rumors, right? And then let's look at those rumors. Coca-Cola began production of custom TOSHI mascot-themed cans for joint partnership this holiday season. That clearly says TOSHI, right? I don't think TOSHI is a common name anywhere, really. I don't think so. Now, I don't want to be naive, I don't want to be uneducated on some things, but I don't think that's a common name. Yeah, because I know they do the holiday names or whatever, or however Coke does it. Coke is obviously a huge billion-dollar company. Billions of dollar company, excuse me. They're rumored to have a partnership. Now Binance is posting a Coca-Cola bottle, 1 + 1 = 2. TOSHI will go to 50 billion market cap. I'll say this, if TOSHI hits a 50 billion market cap evaluation in the next 6 months, I'll be able to retire myself and my family. So let's hope that is the truth. TOSHI's a fun play. I don't know. The community behind it's so cool. Look, if TOSHI really gets a partnership with Coca-Cola, this would be big. Coke with FIFA and the World Cup. I don't know. This is the big thing. I completely missed this in July, but it says 1 sip closer to greatness. That's clearly a Coke bottle. I don't know. There's rumors. I don't know. Just something I kind of saw and maybe wanted to talk to you about. TOSHI is, gonna make waves. So I don't know. Those are the cryptos I want to talk to you about today. Those are the 3 I'm buying. I don't know when I'm going to make another video, but whenever I do, I will go over some crypto news and maybe some stock news. I know there's some stocks, S&P being at all-time highs and things like that under the current administration. There's stuff to talk about with stocks, but I love crypto. Crypto is just so much more exciting, right? There's so much more potential. But yeah, I'll see you later.